Hello everybody, it's Mr. Menziah here and welcome back to another video. And today, I give you my review on Warframe 2nd Dream. I've been really excited to do this, guys. It's taken me a while, but we're finally doing it. So before we start the review, make sure you sit back, relax, and let's do this.
Who destroyed the Organ? Your way of life. Who do you hunt, Shadow, to cleanse your despair in their blood? Dano! Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth, from you. Loudest! I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Anhao, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, leave it beating from its nest.
There's something about this cutscene that really intrigues me. It manages to keep its mystique and also says a lot without saying too much. As you can see here, we have an audience of flying robots, or the sentients, followed by the Stalker, who has managed to plague the solar system when you're playing Warframe. But that's not all. This cutscene really manages to set the tone when you see him carrying a dead Warframe's head. Poor Loki. With the atmosphere of this cutscene, it really shows the story will be dark and serious toned. Simply by the colours it shows, and Anhao, aka the War Sword, manages to give us the sense of this is a threat that we need to take down. And this is going to be a problem for us in the future. And throughout the quests, I should say, really. Digital Extremes has managed to set the tone, show the mystique, and develop the villains of the campaign within a few seconds. And this is something I really liked about the beginning of this quest. So, you're probably wondering, how does the rest of the quest missions hold up? Exactly. Well, the missions are good, not all of them. For instance, the first mission is your typical spy mission, which is basically infiltrating a Grineer base called the Grineer Archives, where we have to infiltrate the base and collect the intel and get out. Throughout this, we are basically getting information on the villain Anhao, which is Lotus's father, or Natar, I should really call her, and for this we get information and then we move on to the next mission. In my opinion, I think this mission is fairly by the numbers. It's not bad and it's not great either. It's more on the lines of you'll be getting the most out of this when it comes down to the story, because Lotus will be there for you to give exposition. So far I would say this mission was okay, serviceable, but nothing too great here. But after that one grab, I can definitely say the campaign gets much better once you get into it more. So throughout the story, we would get more characters speak, such as Lotus, Ordis, Alid V, this character who seems to be out for himself and really is there for, I'm giving you information, but you have to give me something in return type of character. His character is actually well done in my opinion. I really do like how he was introduced into this story, because he gives us that somewhat evil comic relief, and he really does lift the show in my opinion. And also he does start to reveal things throughout the campaign of Second Dream, and you start to wonder, what is he talking about? What is he referring to? This is something that will just make the climax and the plot twist of Second Dream even better, in my opinion. For example, check out how he interacts with Lotus and Hunhao, and even gives us some sort of descriptive dialogue as well. I think it's really well done, in my opinion. Check it out.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentience can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
So far, I think the dialogue and the voice acting for the Second Dream is almost perfect, in my opinion. There is lots of revelation, there's lots of descriptive talk, and also it's very good to really build the world, the Warframe and the quest, and it really makes the story come along really well. But don't get it twisted, not everyone's dialogue is up to par as these characters that I've mentioned so far. There is one character who I will talk about later in the review who does have quite static dialogue. I would say this person is a bit emotionless, but I will get to that part very soon. So, throughout the quest, you will be going to different planets and places, such as Uranus, no pun intended, Neptune, and Lua, which is the Earth's moon. And whilst you go to the Earth's moon, you will go to a place called the Reservoir, which is a place that used to be populated by the Orokin. And as you can see here, this place is fucked up and got lots of wreckage there, and as you can see, this place is aged not really well. And this place really reminded me of Destiny's Leviathan raid. I really liked the whole gold and white aesthetic. Digital Extremes has managed to really give a good atmosphere to this place. When I go through it, I can feel there is mystery, there's a story here. This is something I really like. And also look at the mist. I know people don't like mist in video games, but I think it's a very good touch here because you can really see there is an atmosphere towards this place, and it also gives you that eerie feeling of the unknown. So I've got to commend Digital Extremes for making a really good mystique place. So yeah, I think this place was very well made, same with the other maps we'd go to. And it even makes it more special when you finally get to the plot twist. And yes, there is a plot twist, and it is very good. But before I talk about it, I'm going to show it to you. Check this out.
Dream. not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
So yes, there is more than meets the eye when it comes down to your Warframe. You are not just a space ninja robot that kills lots of enemies and gets loot. You are a living being that controls a robotic ninja that kills loads of enemies. I thought this was very well done, and also the music, the way it was shot, very well done to make it cinematic. In fact, it surprised me how a free-to-play game could even have this type of storytelling. I also feel there is something special with that cutscene, on even with how the Stalker engages with your character. Like, he's not necessarily fully evil, he does have a level of compassion and also has a level of honor. For instance, he doesn't necessarily attack you on the spot when you're in your most vulnerable. He gives you some time to basically get your shit together and get ready to fight you. And this also gives the character of the Stalker more depth, because when we fight him in game, he is just a typical random boss that will spawn every once in a while and will drop you some good shit. But with this cutscene, it showed he does have a character and does have his own thought process when it comes down to killing Tenno or Warframe. So after the revelation of your Tenno being your character and who is controlling your Warframe, you have a miniature boss fight with the Stalker. In my opinion, I think this is pretty poor. I didn't really like it too much because I think it was a bit simple. So as you're fighting the Stalker again, you are trying to reignite a machine to give you your transference with your Warframe, and this transference makes your character be able to control your Warframe. I do feel it could have been improved more because I do like the Stalker, and I think he could have had a better boss fight personally, because all it really is you shooting his energy beams from his sword and then switching on a switch, and then this happened, which I think you guys have to watch it for yourself.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within.
So, after you defeat the Stalker again, he has you. Dead to rights. He could just cut you in half and call it a day. But no, he basically plays with your frame and then finds out it's just a shell. It has no sentient form or mind, and then he just decides to stab it. For no apparent reason. I mean, it would have just made a lot more sense if you would have just cut our Tenno in half, but you know how plot armor goes. You can't kill the main character off so easily. And then he gets a bit all weird on you. He examines your character, and before he does that, obviously he goes a bit weird and then decides to pick you up and then tries to strangle you with his bare hand. But then the thing that really bothers me the most with this cutscene is this. Your frame decides to become sentient and is able to basically control himself and breaks the sword in half. This is one thing that bothers me, and then the Stalker just disappears after this. So after the sword gets broken, he disappears, but this never happened when I saw him before the quest. He didn't have the war before I noticed, so I think this was a bit weird in my opinion. But don't let all of this negativity deceive you. This is a good cutscene. It's very jam-packed with action and also a bit of revelation, and you get to see Lotus face to face. Well, sort of. She's got her mask on still. But as you can see here, she carries you into the transference machine and she talks to you. But while you manage to connect into the machine, you also get the opportunity to customize your Tenno's face, his gender, or their gender I should say, and also the appearance. So if you wanted to give your character a scar, eye color, hairstyle, this is all pretty cool, as you can see here on screen. So, in the beginning of customizing your character, you will get plenty of choices, such as changing your character's face. You will have two faces to choose from and you can merge them. And you can even change the color, even change the hairstyle, as you can see here. I think this is a very good way of customization, and more games need to be doing this type of customization in my opinion. So Digital Extremes, you did a really good job on having deep customization to your character's face, because a lot of games nowadays don't do this as much as they used to. So as you can see here, you'll be able to change your face, color, scars, eye color, costumes, and you can even change your character's voice.
My Warframe is the hand, and I am the will.
We will bring honor to the Tenno.
Transference signal strong. We're ready for battle.
We know the mission. We will not fail.
So I must say, being able to customize your character's face, appearance, cosmetics, scars, eye outlines or eye pupils, I think this is all very good, especially when it comes down to the voice changes. But when it comes down to customization, I'd say it's very solid and definitely one of the best in gaming right now, because very few games actually have customization to this level. So I would definitely say customization overall for your Tenno is very well done. But I can't say the same for the voice acting for each voice. I think they are very basic, and in fact I'm going to show you a clip on how stale it actually sounds, so check this out.
My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
I remember everyone was laughing outside an airlock. This kid had a boy by the throat. I didn't think it was funny at all.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
We were just kids, but they were afraid of what we could do. When they tried to treat us like rats, I stood up to them. I wasn't gonna let them divide us after what we've been through.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The Void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
We couldn't help it. The outbursts. We hurt her, blinded her, but even then she never abandoned us. In the dream we found peace, and she sang to us in that cold, dark.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
There was a sense of it, but we set fear aside. I remember what fear did, how it turned them against us. I vowed never to be controlled by it. I was gonna live or die with honor.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a crystal, refracting the moonlight, the way of Zeneric. We believed the path to victory was to dominate the enemy. That strength of spirit could overcome any resistance.
Zenuric will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
Right, so that's my issue with the voice acting, is this character in particular, your Tenno. I understand this was the first time of them implementing your Tenno and the voice dialogue option, so I'll let them off because they did improve with the other quests. But so far, I would definitely say when it comes down to this quest, everyone else's dialogue is pretty top notch in my opinion. Just this character's dialogue, when you first hear it, it's just very basic, very. I don't feel connected to my Tenno, like I don't have any emotion to my character because I feel like he is just an avatar. But I would definitely say it did get much better in the other quests, so I will let them off slightly when it comes down to this quest, but overall everyone's dialogue was much better than your Tenno in this quest in particular. So it is what it is really. I liked the dialogue overall besides our Tenno. And so, after you complete the quest, you will be gifted some cosmetics and half of the war. It is called the Broken War, which is the sword that Hun Hao lies in, or is, and you will get half of it. And you will get the other half once you defeat the Stalker multiple times, and it is based on RNG, and the war is pretty good. I myself haven't managed to get it just yet because I failed my mastery rank up, and I've got all the resources, so I'm pretty much waiting to get it all completed. But overall, the Broken War Sword is a very good sword, and I highly recommend you guys pick it up, or farm for Stalker if you possibly can. And definitely would say you get some cosmetics such as I think the Stalker sigil and things like that, and also you get to upgrade your Tenno's abilities the more you play as your character. So there is progression with your Tenno, and you'll be able to make him much more of a badass, and you will also get to choose what type of skill tree he gets as well, or she. And you'll be able to see the variations between their abilities, and you can also level them up as well after you do a certain amount of objectives to level one class up, and you can move on to the next one. So, you're probably wondering what's my final verdict on Warframe: The Second Dream. I can definitely say this is a fantastic story. And in fact, this made me think, wow, a free-to-play game is capable of having AAA game storytelling. But overall, I would say this is a very good quest and is definitely worth playing the game for alone. This really brings more lore to the world of Warframe, and that twist, the plot twist of your character actually being controlled by someone else, was definitely worth playing it for. But my one gripes are obviously your Tenno's dialogue, some pacing issues there and there, and the shortness of the quest, because I can beat the quest in just under an hour. But overall guys, I would say Warframe Second Dream is definitely a game quest to play, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The reason it gets an 8 out of 10, like I said, there was some pacing issues, the length of the quest, and your Tenno's dialogue, so I feel this was a very fair rating in my opinion. Was I wrong? You guys let me know in the comments below, and you tell me why you think it could get a higher rating or a lower rating. You let me know. But anyway guys, thank you for watching this review. This is actually my first proper review in going in depth. So please tell me if I got anything wrong. Some criticism would be very nice, and to see how I can improve on making reviews, because this is going to be happening much more often on the channel. So be prepared. I will be doing some better reviews in the future, obviously with some better resources as well. So, you know, let me know. But anyway guys, thank you for watching my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all my latest videos. My name is Mr. Menziah, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy guys. Peace.